making your face into an absolute work of art. Okay, let me get my coloring pencils from my lovely little doggy pencil case. Batteries inside my pencil case. What the hell am I doing? What the hell is going on here? It's not a battery case, is it? It's a pencil case. Absolute foolishness. Insanity. Stupidity. I'm just getting my coloring pencils out and I'm getting them neatly arranged. Is that okay? Is that okay with you? You look like you're getting a bit impatient there. You look like somebody who is thinking, I came here for a drawing on my face video and it's been, what, 2 minutes now and there is no drawing. Impatient is it? Impatient is it? Well, you got places to be, have you? You got a one-way ticket to Sleepyland and you're worried about the time. Stop stressing. Stop stressing, baby. Enjoy life. Let's take it easy. Let's go slow. Let's take a slow style. You know what I'm saying? Slow and sensual style. I'm gonna use the blue to begin with. Oh yes, look at this. This blue color is really complimenting you. Really complimenting your features, your colors, your coloration, the color of your skin, the color of your hair, the color of your eyes. This blue is perfect for making it all pop. You know what I'm saying? Pop. Oh yes, oh yes. I'm just bringing out your true potential, you know. You had this potential all along, but I'm just bringing it out. Underneath this plain, boring face of yours, you had the potential to be a 10 all along. All you needed was a little bit of colouring. A little bit of colouring. That's right, that's right. You could consider this looks maxing, actually. Not many looks maxers talk about the importance of colouring your face. What do they talk about? Jawline this, mewing that, canthal tilt, whatever. What does that even mean? Eyeball slant position, is it? Is that what it is? Something like that, isn't it? Don't know. Don't care. What a load of rubbish. The things people get obsessed about and hooked on. It's pretty wild, isn't it? Pretty crazy. But then again, it is a crazy world out there, isn't it? It is a crazy world out there. You can't really blame people for getting hooked on something. Sometimes it's not even about the subject itself, is it? Sometimes it's simply about getting hooked on something. It doesn't matter what it is. It's about escapism and about focus. About taking your focus off some sort of aspect of life Except I'm probably much bigger than a cat, aren't I? I'm pretty large and in charge. I'm an ectomorph. I just had to check for a second that you're all okay. Are you okay? Yes, you're okay, aren't you? You're okay. But yes, I'm an ectomorph. Didn't you know that? There's 3 types of human beings in terms of shape. Ectomorph, endomorph, mesomorph. Mesomorph is kind of like the standard body shape, the boring one. You're probably a mesomorph. You boring little mesomorph, you average individual, you. Ectomorphs are the tall, lanky, thin ones like me. We're unusually long, and we have like thinner wrists and ankles and joints, and we usually have like super fast metabolisms, and you need to eat like a gazillion calories a day just to not be underweight. The struggle is real for my fellow ectomorphs. You know how it is. You know how it is, mate. It's almost impossible for me to not lose weight unless I include junk food in my diet, because I simply can't I don't have enough time in the day to eat enough calories from whole foods. Even when I'm eating like straight up meat and potatoes, it's just not enough, bro. It's just not enough. And then what is the other body type? Endomorph. They're like the short, dare I say, fat type. Not necessarily fat, wide, I think is the correct term. Endomorphs, they're usually shorter and wider, whereas ectomorphs are tall and skinny, narrow, I guess. It's okay to be any body type, of course. Of course, we're all different, we're all different. Endomorphs, they might actually have an advantage in terms of like packing on muscle, you know what I'm saying? I bet it looks better visually, aesthetically, when an endomorph gets muscle because they look wider. Whereas when an ectomorph puts on muscle, they still look kind of tall and skinny, regardless. I don't know. I don't know much about that stuff. I don't be going to the gym. Do I look like somebody who goes to the gym to you? No. I'm far too lazy for that. It gets too boring. You have to pay money as well. Gotta pay money for the privilege of going to a place to lift up some heavy metal. Just go to the forest and lift up some rocks, bro. Lift up some logs. Why don't people train caveman style? You know what I'm saying? Tarzan style. Do you want to be strong like a person that goes to the gym? Or do you want to be strong like Tarzan, bro? Guarantee you Tarzan's got some crazy strength. Crazy strength, gorilla strength. You know what I'm saying? You want to be gorilla strong? Or you want to be gym bro strong? Gym bro. Everyone goes to the flipping gym. It's weird to me how like normal it has become, gym culture, amongst like normal average people. For example, my housemate. One of my housemates is this girl in her 20s. She goes to the gym and she consumes like protein powder and all this stuff, she's taking all these supplements. She's not like, she just has like an average physique, maybe even a little bit fat. And I'm not saying that to be like mean. Nothing wrong with an average physique. Nothing wrong with being a little bit fat. In fact, you know what? I kind of like their physique. That's kind of my favorite physique. But enough about that. But what I'm saying is, why is it so normalized to go to the gym and to take protein powder and to take supplements for like the average person? Why does average person need to do that? Bodybuilders, yes, fair enough. People that make their money from like their bodies. That sounds crazy, right? But I'm talking about like models or like maybe even influencers, right? People who being attractive is like a part of how they make money and how a part of how they live, right? Those kinds of people I can understand going to the gym, taking the supplements, all of that stuff, but the average person that like works in Starbucks, why you gotta go to the gym, man? I think maybe it's possible that we've been brainwashed, haven't we? We've been sold a product, and the product is health, or it is the idea of health. The idea that if you pay money for gym membership, and if you pay money for protein powder, and for creatine, and whatever other supplement you might want to take, then you will be healthy. And there's also obviously the vanity aspect of it, like, if you do this you will look good, you will look hot. And that's probably why it's so common for the average person to go to the gym and to take all these supplements, even though, I mean, to me it seems weird. Why are you doing that? Why are you doing all that? I guess in their minds they believe that it's healthy and it makes them look good, so, I mean, why wouldn't you? If you think and believe that, I guess it is healthy somewhat, but like, I'll be real, I don't think protein powders are healthy, or creatine, other supplements, I don't know. Maybe they are, maybe they're not, but it just seems like more processed garbage, in my opinion. Just eat a steak, eat a burger, eat some chicken, that's got protein in it. Why you need your protein in a little powder form, is it? Make a little smoothie, is it? Or you're a baby? Cuckoo caca baby. Cuckoo caca baby need the protein powder. I'm joking. I'm being silly. If you want to take protein shakes, that's entirely up to you. And it's good. It's good for weight gain. As I was saying earlier, I'm an ectomorph, so I know all about the struggles of losing weight, and liquid calories are an exceptionally good way to, you know, increase your weight or to maintain your weight. But I'm just talking about how commercialized and how normalized it has become for the average person to consume protein powders and go to the gym. It's not necessary, is it? It is not necessary to be healthy or to look good. It has merely been implanted in our brains, in our minds. We have been brainwashed. Our little brains have been washed by these companies. We must be vigilant. We must be careful with what we allow these companies and these people to infect our brains with, because they could normalize absolutely anything with enough propaganda. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Obviously it's not really harmful, is it? This particular topic, what I'm talking about, going to the gym and protein powders, that's not really harmful, right? That's just profit incentive, that's all it's driven by. That's why it's pushed, because they want to make money off us. But, you know, if anything, it's potentially healthy, or neutral, or at worst a little bit unhealthy if you push yourself too hard in the gym, or if you live like exclusively on protein powders and stuff like that, and eat no real nutritious food, no genuine food, you know what I'm saying? Whole food. I need a new color. I need a new color. And you know what complements the blue? The yellow. The yellow. That's right, baby. That's right, baby. We're going Super Saiyan. Super Saiyan. We got the blue eyes and the blonde hair of the Super Saiyans. Is that questionable? Does that come from like the idea of Aryans or whatever it is? Blue-eyed, blonde-haired Aryans. Although I guess different stages of the like Super Saiyans, like late I've seen Dragon Ball, the first one, and Dragon Ball Z, and I think that's it. But I know there are later stages, like newer stages of Super Saiyan where I think they get blue hair, maybe red hair as well. I don't know though. I don't know. I should watch the newer ones. That would be cool. That would be dope. My hair's getting in the way. My hair is getting in the way. I was thinking recently, what will these style of videos be like when my hair is super turbo long? Maybe my hair will be like a curtain around us. A little curtain. If I was smart and sensible and normal, I would tie my hair up, wouldn't I? Tie it back. But why on earth would I be sensible and normal? Do I look like somebody who's sensible and normal to you? I'm stupid. I'm an idiot. I do things that don't make any sense. I do things based on how I feel and simply what I want to do. Sense doesn't come into it, baby. I don't need something to make sense to do it. I simply need to want to do it. I'm just being silly as usual. As per usual, this yellow is not blending with the blue as beautifully as I expected it to, and I am frankly disappointed. So we're going to move to the orange. Orange, I think. We require some darker. I think perhaps this might bring it together. I need this to be absolutely perfect. This is your face after all. This is your face after all. You know what I was thinking? There's a little part of me that wants to get a face tattoo. I'm probably not going to get one because that is like probably the worst type of tattoo you can get, right? In terms of like employment, respectability. Not that I was ever particularly respectable or employable ever in my entire life. But a face tattoo would really set me back, wouldn't it? But I was thinking of what happens if one day I become a full-time YouTuber. Can you imagine, right? Imagine I'm earning all my money online through like content creation. And if it is sustainable long term, then I mean there's really no reason for me not to get a face tattoo then, isn't there? Although it is a bit drastic. I got my hands done on my neck, but I feel like face, that's like the final boss of tattoos, you know? There's like the final boss. What I like with face tattoos, I like it when they have something above the eyebrow, sort of here. Maybe you can't see very well, I'm not illustrating it very well, but just above the eyebrow over one eye, some script, some sort of word. That looks fantastic, in my opinion. Or some sort of symbol. I saw one girl with like a snowflake above her eye, and I think it was done with white tattooing, or possibly with like a light grey outline, so it looked fairly subtle, and that looked really good. That looked really good. Another good face tattoo is like the sideburn area, right next to the ear, the sideburn area. And also the advantage of a tattoo like that on men is that you can just grow a beard, right? If it's really bad, or if you're trying to get a job or something and you want to increase your chances of getting the job, just grow a beard for a bit, cover the tattoo up in it. Not that big a deal. But also, I love that really small tattoos like here or across the get something, a little something. What about a little tiny, tiny Triforce? Absolutely tiny. Or maybe a tiny inverted crucifix, you know. That would be pretty dope. You know, I just like that aesthetic. The sort of horror aesthetic, the satanic aesthetic. It doesn't really, I don't know, my actual beliefs, they be flip-flopping, you know, they be flip-flopping. Sometimes I believe that God exists and that He's benevolent and loves us and that there is goodness in the world and we should be our best, you know. And then other times I think that God is evil and we should spurn Him. And we should be like, flip you, God. Flip you for creating us and the world in this way. And then other times I think there is nothing at all. No God, nothing. We're just here on our own in space with all this stuff occurring. I don't want that to be true though. But is what I want to be true important? It probably is, in a way, because that determines my actions. And my actions actually have a measurable impact upon the world, regardless of my beliefs. And what spurs the actions doesn't really matter, it's the actions themselves that matter. Are you okay? Are you okay? I think I poked your face a little bit there, didn't I? Poked your face a little bit violently. Sorry about that. I think I will never reach a solid conclusion about what I believe. I always want to, but I just don't think it's going to happen. Unfortunately, I think it's one of those things where maybe you can't reach a solid conclusion. Sometimes I hear people talking about spiritual stuff and religion, and I think to myself, what an absolute load of rubbish. What an absolute load of waffle. But then, I believe there's something out there. I believe there is some God out there. I believe in the soul. I think I believe in souls, for sure. Probably more certain about the existence of souls than of God and of anything else. I think I'm least certain about His morality and karma and punishment and like stuff like that. I don't know. I think my actual beliefs is that there is no karma or punishment beyond what occurs in this physical world. But I'm not sure. Not sure. It's okay to not know things. It's okay to not be sure. I'm going to use red. I'm going to use the red colour now. Yeah, you don't need to know everything. You don't really need to know anything. You can just exist, can't you? Yes, you can. Who's going to stop you? Who's going to stop you? Oh, I'm sorry, I need to know everything, do I? What, I can't just exist and have fun and do things, is it? What are you going to do? You're going to arrest me for not knowing stuff, is it? Too bad. I'm too busy having fun and living my life. Sometimes I wonder if I'm actually insane. Does any of the stuff I waffle about make any sense whatsoever? I mean, that's the nature of these rambly videos, isn't it? It doesn't really matter what the hell I say. Only that I say something that you can listen to the whispers, you know. Hopefully the whispers themselves inherently give you tingles and relaxation. So sometimes I like to watch like ASMR that's in a different language. I got no clue what these people are saying. They could be saying absolutely anything. But I'm just listening there, smiling and nodding and like, oh, so true. So flipping true. Keep whispering to me, baby. Give me those tingles. Give me those tingles. Sometimes it's more tingly because I don't know what they're saying, I don't understand the words. It just sounds to me. It's kind of like unintelligible whispers. But I am the unintelligible one because I can't understand the language. I'm unintelligible. You could classify all my whispers as unintelligible because I myself am unintelligible. Isn't that actually so smart and intelligent what I just said there? But then that negates the fact of what I just said. Paradox. I just created a paradox. Can you believe it? Can you absolutely believe it? Can you imagine if God, when he was creating the universe and the rulers for the universe, accidentally created a paradox, and then he was like, oh my god, I just created a paradox. Can you believe it? What the flip am I supposed to do now? Is there a control C? Is there a control C? There's no control C, I can't undo what I just did. Oh my flipping goodness me. Just made a paradox in the universe. And then we stumble across the paradox as a human beings and we're like, this don't make no sense. What the heck? What the heck? And then it just confuses our primitive primate brains even further. I have to say, usually when I do these drawing on your face videos, I accidentally create something beautiful, a work of art. But today, I think I would describe what I have created as ugly. An ugly mess. What the heck? What the heck? These colors have not blended together at all. Is it redeemable? Of course it's redeemable. Almost everything is. Almost everything, but not quite. Not quite. Be careful. Be careful not to do something irredeemable. But don't worry about it. You know what I think? Burn as many bridges as you want. Burn them all. Better to burn them than to be stagnant, than to just exist in a state of stagnation. To stagnate is to die. Have you ever seen stagnant water? Undrinkable, disgusting, filthy, diseased. Stagnation is the worst thing you can do. Take action. Better to take bad action than no action at all. Do you think that's correct? Or do you think that's absolutely foolish, stupid advice? Probably the worst thing I've ever said. The worst thought that's ever come out of my brain. No, there's gotta be a worse thought than that. This is actually getting better, it's getting better. It's becoming more rainbowish. Rainbowish. Yes, this is redeemable. This is redeemable. Good, 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 good. Excellent, excellent. You're going to look like a beautiful rainbow. Is that okay with you? What do you think about the idea of being a beautiful rainbow? I think that's quite wonderful. I think that's quite wonderful. I love the rainbow, as a series of colours, as a thing, a phenomenon. What a beautiful thing a rainbow is. That's one of those things about life that makes you think, you know what, life maybe it's not so bad after all. life is actually a little bit magical, in fact, and beautiful. Rainbows. Beautiful. Okay. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. That's it. I'm not touching you anymore, okay? Because we've reached a point now where you look fantastic. There was a point where I thought you looked terrible. But we brought it back, baby. We brought it back, and now you look fantastic. Look at you. Look at you looking all fantastic and stuff. It should be illegal to look that good, baby. Okay. Enough of me being silly. Enough being silly. I'm going to leave you now. I'm going to say good night to you. And I'll see you again in the future for some more fun, some more relaxing stuff, you know. Take care, my little friend. And I'll see you again.